Mushroom tikka masala never tasted better. The flavors are big. Don't let the ease of this recipe fool you. The spices are amazing, and of course our mushrooms are perfect. Who's not excited about a quick mushroom tikka masala? What's gonna make it quick is our prepping of the aromatics. We're gonna use a box grater. We're gonna use our microplane grater. We're gonna hit the onion on this. We're gonna hit the ginger on that. We're gonna toast everything, spice it up. Yeah, so let's just get into busting out this dish. This is actually one of my favorite techniques for actually adding a ton of flavor and making it fast, convenient. Now, beware, you might start crying. Of course, you have to be careful of your fingers, but aside from that, it's really fast. The onions will start to release a lot of liquid because we're essentially bursting all of the cells and it's releasing its liquid, which is totally fine because we're going to use our bench scraper to scrape up the onion and the juices because we don't want to lose that. Next, we're going to do our garlic. 4 garlic cloves, 4 to 5 depending upon the size. It's one of those ingredients where it's not crucial that it's exact. All that beautiful garlic, I'm gonna put it right next to our onion. Now we're gonna move on to our ginger. I like a generous amount of ginger. It brings such a beautiful aromatic and just that little bit of punch. All right, we have a generous tablespoon for sure. We have our pan, medium heat. We're gonna add our 2 tablespoons of olive oil. In go our onion. I absolutely love the grated onion in this dish. In goes our garlic, our ginger. Of course, we need to season throughout the entire cooking process, so nice pinch of salt in the beginning. Everything is nice and toasty and cooked down. All of the liquid is reduced. However, our garlic has turned green, and this sometimes happens when it's mixed with an acid. There's acid in our grated onion, so it can turn green. It's just a pure chemical reaction. It's no big deal. We're gonna add our chili powder. We're gonna start toasting our chili powder. We're gonna add our marsala, and we're gonna toast our spices. We're gonna add our crushed tomatoes, 128 ounce can. We're gonna reduce the heat to a low simmer. We're gonna simmer for about 30 minutes. Let all of the flavors come together. We're gonna hit it with a pinch of salt. As the sauce is simmering, we're gonna start preparing our mushrooms. So we're gonna start with the king oyster, and we're gonna cut beautiful rounds. We have our nice round cut. We're gonna make some score marks on top, adding just enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan. We're gonna put the scored side down first. We're gonna place it in a nice tight pattern, and we're gonna cook the mushrooms the entire time on top of the stove. A little bit of salt on top. Perfect opportunity to use our chef's press. Let's see what's happening here. I think we're good to go. Nice. Chef's press back on. These guys are almost done. And then we'll move on to the oyster mushroom clusters. King oyster mushrooms are complete. We're gonna remove them from the pan. We have these beautiful oyster mushroom clusters. All we're gonna do is combine a little bit of flour and some poultry seasoning and salt. We're gonna give the oyster mushroom clusters just this light dusting. It's gonna give a really crispy exterior. We need just a little bit more oil on this guy than we did with the king oyster mushroom. We really want that flour to crisp up. We're gonna cook until golden brown. go, looking good. Yeah, gorgeous, perfect. Our beautiful oyster mushroom clusters are crispy golden brown. Our tikka masala has cooked and reduced. We need to add our cashew cream or vegan yogurt at this stage. This is gonna bring a ton of balance to this sauce. The cashew is gonna add some fat, which is gonna help round out the big, bold flavors. And we're gonna allow these two to just simmer over very low heat for a couple minutes. Add our king oyster mushrooms. They'll start to absorb some of those wonderful flavors. I saved a couple of our king oyster mushrooms to put on top as a nice garnish. And of course we have our crispy oyster mushroom clusters, a little bit of chopped parsley, a little scallion. I've been waiting to dig into an oyster mushroom all day long. Oh, that looks so good. The flavors are big, the spices are amazing, and of course our mushrooms are perfect. It's the weeknight meal you've been dying to make. So get cracking, get on it, and as always, I'll see you next week. Bye.